I'm Sharon and welcome back to Sharon Lindsay Yoga and Wellbeing. Today's class is called Awaken Vitality, and in this class we're going to focus on awakening our energy, bringing vitality back to the body, but doing this by focusing on the inner thighs. So the inner thighs can become tight through lots of sitting and perhaps lots of running, which can affect the flexibility of the hips. It can affect the low back and our posture. So we will, by releasing tension in this area, help with all of these issues. However, on a more energetic level, the kidney meridian in traditional Chinese medicine runs from the foot, the sole of the foot, up the inner thigh. And so we are going to be working on this meridian today. So releasing fear and depletion and welcoming back vitality. So coming to a comfortable seated position to begin with, perhaps on a chair if that's more comfortable for you, or sitting on your mat, perhaps with a folded blanket or cushion beneath your sit bones. And then when you're ready, just allow your eyes to close or your gaze to soften, and feel your sit bones on the earth as your spine lengthens. Roll your shoulders up to your ears and then roll them back and down away from your ears, relaxing the shoulders. And then bringing your awareness to your breath. Place one hand on your tummy and one on your chest as you breathe in through the nose, expanding the tummy and rib cage. And then breathing out through the nose, deflating the tummy and the rib cage. Just follow the breath. Although it's full and it's complete, it's also gentle. We're not forcing anything. We're not overinflating the tummy. We're just allowing the breath to be relaxed and complete. And then bring the backs of your hands onto the mat beside you, the palms facing the sky. And as you breathe in, lengthen the arms up overhead. At the end of the inhale, the palms touch. Turn the palms away, and at the end of the exhale, float the arms back down until the fingertips touch the earth at the end of the exhale. Turn the palms up. Inhale the arms overhead. Turn the palms away. Exhale the hands back down to the earth. One more time, inhaling the arms, allow them to float above your head. The palms touch. Turn the palms away and exhale the arms float back down to the earth. And then just rest your hands on your knees or wherever is comfortable for you. Then we're going to bring our chin down to our chest, just awakening the back of the neck. And once you've gone as far as you can, just stay there a moment and see if you can go down a little bit deeper, moving down into the upper back. Inhale to roll the chin back up, stacking the vertebrae. Lift the chin to the sky a little, just opening the throat, Purse your lips to stretch the skin under the chin. And then release and begin to roll the chin back down, all the way down to the chest. Feel the stretch all the way down into the upper back if you can. Inhale, roll the chin back up, lifting it to look towards the sky just a little. Don't crunch too much in the back of the neck. Just feel that opening in the throat. Purse your lips as if you're blowing a kiss. And then release the lips and bring the chin slowly back down to the chest, lengthening the back of the neck and down into the upper back. Take a couple of breaths here. And then slowly roll the chin back up, stacking the vertebrae in the neck. And then we're going to extend the arms out to the side. The hands are at shoulder height. The palms are face down. Just have a look to check that your hands are roughly in line with your shoulders. And then we're going to bend at the wrists, bringing the fingertips up towards the sky. So you have something close to a 90-degree angle at the wrist. And just notice how that feels. Feel the stretch moving up into your hands and into your fingers. Be gentle. And then bend the wrists the other way so the fingers point down to the earth. Feel the stretch in the back of the wrists. Let's point the fingers to the sky again. And then point the fingers to the earth. And then make a fist with your hands and begin to circle into the wrists in one direction at first, noticing any tightness in the backs of the hands, in the wrists or in the forearms, and then circle the opposite way. And then release the fist and just bring the hands back down onto the legs. Then from here we're going to make our way very slowly to standing. So take your time, making your way up onto your feet, nice and slowly and mindfully. And we're going to bring our feet, if you turn firstly towards the long edge of your mat, and step our feet wide with the toes pointing towards that long edge of the mat. Now if you have a strap or a belt here, that can be very useful. If not, we're just going to clasp the hands behind the back. If you have a strap or a belt and you know your shoulders are tight, that can be very helpful. Just hold the strap behind your back with your hands on either sides of your legs. Otherwise, clasp your hands, draw your shoulders back, and as you exhale, fold forward, bringing the head down towards the earth, lengthening the arms up towards the sky, and breathe. And then exhale, begin to lift the chest, lowering the arms, and come back up. Release the hands, and then turn the toes towards one side of the mat, one of the short sides of the mat, keeping your pelvis and your chest facing the long edge of the mat. Bring your arms parallel to the earth, and then you're going to bend that knee in the leg where the toes are pointing away, bringing the knee above the ankle. If the knee goes further than the ankle, then widen your stance a little. Sinking the hips down, look over that hand and press into the back foot. And return your attention to your breath. And then you're either going to put your hand or your forearm on your thigh. So you're leaning your ribs towards your thigh on that bent leg. and supporting yourself with your hand or your forearm, and the back hand reaches up and over, reaching the bicep up to the ear and the fingers lengthening away from that back foot, stretching into the top side of the body. And then bring your weight back up, or your body back up, sorry. Bring your arms parallel to the earth, straighten that knee, turn your toes and bring your hands down. So both sets of toes are facing the long edge of the mat now. Let's clasp the hands behind the back again, or use your strap or belt, and then lengthen the knuckles towards the earth as you draw the shoulder blades back. Draw up the kneecaps, draw in the tummy, and then as you exhale, fold forward. Allow the head to come down towards the earth. Allow the arms to lengthen up overhead. Feel the tension in the shoulders just being squeezed out. And then slowly begin to lower the arms as you lift the chest back up. Release the hands and bring the arms parallel to the earth again. Turn the other toes towards the short edge of the mat, and then bend that knee, sinking the hips down but keeping your pelvis and chest facing the long edge of the mat. You gaze over that hand. Press into the back foot, relax the shoulders, and focus on the breath. The tummy is still expanding on the inhale, contracting on the exhale. Then you bring your hand or forearm onto that thigh as the body lengthens over that bent thigh. The top arm lengthens over that bent thigh also. You're still pressing into that back foot and lengthening those fingers away from the outside edge of that back foot. Check if you're tense in the neck and shoulders, and if so, relax it. And you can still feel that breath moving the tummy and rib cage. Inhale to come back up, bring the arm down and straighten that leg. Then we're going to keep those toes, maybe shorten your stance slightly and keep those toes pointing away. And you're going to bend the leg that has the toes pointing forward. And you're going to sink down, lift the toes on the straight leg and feel that stretch in the inner thigh. Now you might come to here, and that might be fine for you, and your thigh will be working hard here on the strength front. But if you can make your way down like this, we can probably hold a little bit longer, flexing the toes towards your shin. You're on the ball of this foot on the bent leg. And then we're going to lift the hips a little, place that foot down and turn the toes, move the hips to the other side and lift the toes on this straight leg. The more you flex your foot and roll the foot back, the more you'll feel this inner thigh awaken. And then we're going to switch sides. And again, if you're up higher, that's okay. There's a flexibility and strength in the ankle required for this, so it might not be for everyone. So if you find you're here, that is just as okay. You will still be feeling that stretch in the inner thigh. And then walk the hips to the other side, lift those toes and feel the inside of your leg, all in a very controlled way. You're in control of how much effort you're putting in. You're in control of how far you go. And then we're going to lift the hips back up. The feet are facing the long edge of the mat. Just check that they're still aligned. You might need to adjust a little. And then we're folding forward and bringing the hands either onto the legs or down onto the mat if you can reach. And then we're going to walk the hands over to the left ankle or shin or thigh, wherever is right for you. And then you're going to twist the body, look over that left shoulder and reach your top hand for the sky. And then bring that hand down. Walk the hands across or just bring one hand to each leg. Bring both hands over to the right side now, taking hold on the right level of your leg, so perhaps your ankle, perhaps further up the shin, or even the thigh. Lengthen the spine, twist the body, look over the right shoulder, and if you like, reach for the sky. And breathe. Then bring that top hand down. Bring your hands back to center, whether they're on the mat or on your legs, it doesn't matter. And then you're going to begin to lift the body back up. And then we're going to step to the front of the mat. So the feet are hip width apart. And just lift your toes, spread your toes out. Feel the ball of the foot on the earth. Feel each toe on the earth. Feel your heel on the earth. Your knees are soft. Your shoulders are down, away from the ears. And then breathe in as we sweep the arms up overhead. Breathe out, fold forward, reaching towards the earth, but if your fingers don't reach, just place them on your legs wherever they reach. Allow your head to be heavy as you gently lengthen your sit bones to the sky. If you need to bend your knees, please do. Just feeling into the backs of your legs. And then when you're ready, breathe in and sweep the arms back up overhead and bring the hands down to the heart. And release the hands down by your side. Now we're going to cross the right leg over the left. So you're standing with your legs crossed. Your spine is long and tall. You're going to breathe in and sweep the arms up overhead. Your knees are slightly bent. And then as you exhale, fold forward with your legs crossed. Place your hands wherever they reach, either on the mat or somewhere on your legs. Relax your head down and you'll be feeling this on the outside of the leg. Breathe in and sweep the arms up overhead. Palms come together. Exhale, draw the hands down to the heart. And then bring the hands down by your side as you uncross the legs. And then cross them the other way. So now the left leg comes in front of the right. Your knees are soft, your spine is long and tall, and you breathe in, sweep the arms up overhead, and breathe out as you fold forward. Your hands touching the earth or your legs, wherever is right for you. Relax your neck and breathe. And then when you're ready, breathe in with the knees bent, sweep the arms up overhead, palms come together. Exhale the hands to the heart and then uncross the feet, bringing them hip width apart. Then we're going to turn the toes out towards the edges of the mat with the heels pointing in slightly. So the feet are about a 45-degree angle. Your spine is long and tall. And as you exhale, you're going to bend the knees and sink the hips down, bringing the sit bones down between the ankles if you can, but of course stopping wherever is right for you. You may need to come up onto the balls of your feet, but we're aiming ultimately to have the heels on the earth. Your elbows might press into the knees to widen the knees a little more, and we will lengthen our chest and breathe. You might want to just rock a little from side to side, feeling into those inner thighs. And then we're going to just place the hands on the mat and step back to plank. You can put your knees down if you want to, pressing the earth away. Feel the strength in your plank. And then place your knees on the mat. Bend your elbows, keeping them close to your ribs as you lower your chin to the earth. Breathe in as you draw the chest forward and up. The pelvis comes down, the chest lifts. Draw the shoulders down the back and breathe. And then just lower down here, bringing the elbows beneath the shoulders, placing the palms on the mat. The forearms are parallel to each other. And just press the earth away with your forearms, lengthening the chest, gazing forward. And as you breathe, bring all of your awareness to your low back. Imagine you're breathing into that low back. Perhaps you can feel it move with the breath. We'll just take a few moments connecting with this area. And as you lift your chest, feel courageous. Feel tension in the low back just melt away. As your courage rises in your heart. And then begin to lower the body to the earth, bringing your hands beneath your shoulders. Press up onto your knees. Check that your fingers are spread wide. Curl your toes and lift your sit bones to the sky. Downward facing dog, pressing the earth away with your hands to bring your tummy and chest closer to your thighs. And breathe. If you like, you can lift your right leg to the sky. Then bend that knee and bring the heel towards the glute as you twist your right knee up towards the sky a little, feeling a nice stretch in the hip area and the inner thigh. And then we're going to bring that knee forward towards the wrist, the right wrist. We're going to lengthen the back leg out behind us. So the right leg, we have the knee close to the wrist and the foot is in front of the back hip for pigeon pose. If this is not, this pose is not right for you, you can lie on your back and do a figure of 4 posture instead. So lifting your chest, and then if it feels good, you can fold forward onto your elbows. Just take a moment to settle in, noticing how your hip feels today. From moment to moment, our bodies are changing. So some days it might be right for you to fold down and other days not so much. If it feels good today and you want to go deeper, you can fold further down onto the mat. And imagine you're breathing into that right hip, that right glute and upper thigh. Notice where you feel the sensation. And just breathe into the tummy and imagining the hip expanding or the glute expanding on the inhale. And softening and releasing tension on the exhale. And then begin to press the earth away with your hands. Curl the back toes and just press into the toes to bring that back knee forward. That creates space to bring the front knee back. Curl your toes under and lift your sit bones to the sky, downward facing dog. And just pedal your feet, so press one heel down as you bend the other knee and just swap back and forth. And then come to stillness as you lift your left leg towards the sky if you like. And then bend that knee and twist the hips a little, pointing your left knee in the direction of the sky. Opening up in that hip and also stretching a little into the inner thigh. And then we're going to bring that knee towards the left wrist, placing that knee on the mat, placing the shin on the mat and lengthening your back leg back. Coming up on your fingertips, lifting the chest. And then folding forward onto your elbows if that feels right for you. And once you've settled in and you've explored the sensations, you may want to go a little deeper, folding further down towards the earth, stretching even more into that hip. But find your comfort zone. Today, for me, my comfort zone is a little higher. When we find our comfortable maximum and we don't push too far, we're able to surrender more deeply to the posture and gain more of the benefits. And then when you're ready, place your hands on the mat, shoulder width apart, curl the back toes and move that back knee forward. Move the front knee back, widen your knees to the edge of the mat and bring your big toes together as you sit back on your heels, bringing your sit bones as close to your heels as you can, and then melt forward, bringing your forehead to the mat if you can. If not, you can place a block or a cushion beneath your forehead or stack one fist on top of the other to support your forehead. And just imagine someone pressing your sit bones down towards your heels as you lengthen your spine, lengthening the forehead away from the sit bones, the arms reaching forward, and feel a gentle stretch in the inner thighs as we have our knees wide here. And as you breathe in, imagine you're breathing into the low back. See if you can feel that gentle expansion in the low back as you breathe in. And then soften the low back as you breathe out. And as you soften and exhale, release tension, release fear, release fatigue. Then begin to walk your hands towards you as you come up to sitting with the soles of the feet coming together. So bringing the soles of the feet together and the heels relatively close to the glutes. And we're going to take our thumbs and just place them in the center of the soles of the foot and just press in to that area. Just move around in that area. That soft part of the foot, just stimulating it with the thumbs. Notice if there's a difference in sensation from one side to the other. There is for me, certainly. One foot feels tighter and more tender than the other. And then we're just going to take hold of the ankles, or clasp your hands together and place them round the soles of the feet as you lengthen your spine. Draw the shoulders down and then fold forward. So if it was already intense, you don't need to fold forward. If you were finding that posture quite intense already, you don't need to fold. And just allow your head to hang towards the earth. And bring your awareness to your inner thighs. As you breathe in, imagine you're breathing into those inner thighs. And as you breathe out, soften and release. Imagine with every breath, you're pushing energy up through the inner thighs. So as I breathe in, I'm imagining I'm pushing energy from the pubic bone up to the knees. And as I breathe out, the energy comes back from the knees to the pubic bone. And then slowly bring the body back up. And then we're going to bring the right knee up and place that inner thigh on the mat with your foot extending out behind you. So both knees are bent and both knees are pointing towards the left. And just place your hands behind you for support. And we're feeling that outer right thigh and outer right hip turning inwards, just countering that hip opening butterfly pose that we just did. And then we're going to bring that knee up and place the right knee now down, bent and pointing to the right, as we turn and place the inside of the left knee on the mat. And you feel that twist in the top, or that inward rotation on the left leg, on that hip and thigh. And if you don't feel much, you can just lean back a little on your hands, trying to bring that sit bone a little closer to the earth to feel that inward rotation. Just focusing on your breath. And then we're going to bring both knees back up with the feet in front of us. Your hands behind you with the fingers pointing forward. We're going to press into the hands, lift the pelvis, press the knees forward, draw the shoulder blades together, opening up in the chest. Bring the sit bones down, lift the body, widen the legs, straighten the legs. So we're extending the legs. Let me turn back to face this direction. Widening the legs as we straighten them out in front of us. Lengthen the spine. Reach for the sky, and as you exhale, reach up and then forward, reaching as far forward as you can. Place your hands on the floor in front of you. Your toes are flexed, your heels pressing down into the earth. You can bring your hands onto your legs or your feet, and you can just gently pull against your legs, trying to lengthen your head forward if you need a little more. We don't want this to be too intense. We want to be relaxed. We want to feel the sensations. We want to feel that stretch, but we also want to be able to breathe in a relaxed way, keep the shoulders relaxed, so we're not forcing anything. And then slowly slide the hands up the legs. Bring the legs together again with the feet on the mat, and then lower down onto your forearms, and then make your way down to lying on your back. Hug your knees up towards your chest and extend the right leg. Extend the right leg out in front. Lengthen that leg along the earth. So as you hug your left knee close to the body, really lengthen the right leg. And then bring that knee back up, hugging both knees together. This time extend the left leg as you hug the right leg close, stretching into the pelvis. And then bring that knee back up. Then we're going to extend the right leg again. And this time we're going to bring the left knee across the body to the right side of the mat. Your head can turn in the opposite direction, keeping your shoulder down. Still feel that expansion in the ribs as you breathe in. Wringing out the mid to low back, squeezing any toxins out from the kidney area. Then bring that knee back to center as you roll onto your back. Bring the right knee up and extend the left leg long. Bring that knee across the body as your head turns the opposite way. Squeezing into the kidney area, nice and gently, breathing fully and completely and in a relaxed way. Then roll onto your back, bringing your knee with you. Place that foot on the mat as you bend your left knee. So now both feet are on the mat. The feet are hip width apart. You reach down with your fingertips and you can just graze your heels so they're close enough to your glutes that you have proper support from your legs as we prepare for our bridge pose. And as you exhale, engage your pelvic floor and begin to roll your tailbone off the earth. Peel your low back, your mid back off the earth as you lift your pelvis to the sky. Press your knees forward, tuck your chin, focus on the breath. Keep those glutes working hard to support you, lifting that pelvis as high as you can. And then as you exhale, begin to roll slowly down the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Relax everything. Allow your knees to rock from one side to the other. And then bring the knees to stillness. Allow the knees to fall open, bringing the soles of the feet together, opening up into those inner thighs one last time. And when you're ready, bring your knees together and step your feet to the edges of the mat, and then allow the knees to come together. And focus on the breath again. Allow the pelvis to release any tension, the low back and the hips to release any tension. And then bring your knees apart, lift the feet off the ground towards the sky, pointing the toes to the sky. Feel your low back pressing into the earth. If you need to bend your knees a little, please do so. And then flex your feet and point and flex and point. And then just circle the feet in one direction and then the other. And then bend the knees towards the shoulders, towards the armpits. Reach up with your hands and take hold of your feet if you can. If you can't reach your feet, just place your hands behind your thighs. And we're just gently pressing the knees down towards the earth, helping to lengthen out the low back. Your knees are wide, so your inner thighs are having one final stretch. If you like, you can rock a little from side to side. And then bring the soles of the feet towards each other. Release the hands and place one foot down and then the other. Extend one leg long and then the other. Roll your shoulder blades under the back. The backs of the hands rest on the earth with the fingers loosely curled. The feet go floppy at the ends of the legs. The chin tucks slightly to lengthen the back of the neck. And you take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth as you relax completely. Return to breathing in and out through the nose. And as you breathe in, imagine a golden liquid, a warm, golden healing liquid flowing in through the soles of your feet. As you breathe in, that healing liquid fills your feet and your ankles and your calves. As you breathe in, more of that liquid comes flowing through the feet, up into the thighs, the knees and the thighs. It flows up into the pelvis, the groin, the hips, and it flows up into the low back and the tummy. This warm, golden, healing energy, this liquid, is nourishing every cell of your body. It's delivering vitality, delivering aliveness, delivering energy. At the same time, it's carrying away whatever you don't need. As you breathe in, the warm, golden, healing liquid flows up in to the mid-back and rib cage, the upper back and chest. It nourishes your organs as it goes. The golden, warm, healing liquid flows into your shoulders, arms and hands. It flows into your throat and neck, your jaw, tongue, cheeks, eyes, forehead, scalp, and ears. Your whole body is now filled with this healing golden liquid. The vitality from this liquid radiates out and surrounds your body in a golden glow, a protective golden glow. You're completely safe. You breathe in vitality and breathe out fear. You breathe in courage and breathe out fatigue. Allow yourself to be still with a gentle breath and a quiet, peaceful mind. And then begin to move your fingers and toes. You might turn your head gently from side to side. You might like to reach your arms out overhead and point your toes as you stretch the body long. You might like to hug your knees to your chest. And when you're ready, allow yourself to roll onto one side, coming to the fetal position. When you're ready, keeping your eyes closed if you can, place your top hand on the mat and press yourself gently and mindfully back up to a comfortable seated position. Feeling your sit bones on the earth as you lengthen your spine, relaxing your shoulders. Bring your palms together and rub them briskly to build heat. Then we'll place the warm palms over the closed eyes, absorbing that heat, opening the eyes into the darkness, and then slowly sliding the hands down the face. Then we'll bring the fingertips to the top of the head and just tap the top of the head, like pitter-patter movement with your fingers, moving all around. And then come down onto the forehead, in the middle of the forehead, tapping out to the sides and back in, moving around in a way that feels right for you. Then tapping down the side of the face until you reach the jaw and tap along the jawline to the center of the chin and back out. Do this a few times, going back and forth. Then bring the fingers to the side of the nose, just beneath the eyes, on the cheekbone, tapping out and in, back and forth. Move down a little, going out and in, and then down a little more, tapping above the lip, and then out and in, coming down a little and tapping into the center of the chin below the lip, and back out. And then tapping the jaw again before making your way down onto the throat and the chest, onto the breastbone, tapping across and back across to the other side, back and forth, and then coming down to your tummy, just beneath your sternum, above your belly button. Begin tapping in the center. Just gently come across to the ribs on the left side, come down the left side, across the bottom to the right hip, back up to the right rib, and continue circling in this direction a few more times. And then just rest your hands down. Feel that energy, that gentle energy flowing through your body. You've awakened your vitality. I hope you've enjoyed today's class, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you very much.